while ago, not too long ago, someone wrote in and said, I think it was when I was changing my channel. Here's the director.
Good afternoon.
It was when I was talking about changing my channel and changing the name and the focus and all that. And I had said, can somebody give me suggestions? And I don't think you know about this, director. Somebody had written in and said, you two are baby boomers. Duh. I mean, that's true. And that we should do a channel about baby boomers. It should be titled something baby boomers. It should be all about what it's like to be our age.
It sucks.
Well, that just about sums it up, doesn't it?
Yes.
If today was not a day for me to just go off the tracks, off the rails, as they say now, today was one. We are baby boomers, and we are in one of these weird places of life, and I was trying to explain it to him today. Oh, shoot. You know what I forgot?
What?
That microphone, which helps people to hear us better. So, I'm going to do this video, and they're just going to have to suck it up. Try to hear me. Where was I? Oh, okay. So this morning, we're having long coffee, and it was it was extended.
It was painful.
It was, and it was long coffee. And it was painful. It was emotionally painful. Because, you start to talk about, where do you live after this? What do you do after a spouse passes away? How do you cope with what you're...
And I could go at any time.
No. Stop it.
What? It was a joke.
It's not a joke. It's not funny. But you like my new hat? To put a little levity in here, except for you saying I'm dropping dead tomorrow. But you start to talk about stuff. In fact, let me just to put a little sideline in this as well. Someone just wrote this week and said, when we get to this age, and she's my age, you do start to think about your mortality, and it starts to suck into your bones, and you start to really think about this stuff. What am I going to do when a spouse dies? Where am I going to live? How am I going to live? Help me here.
I'm not planning on going anywhere for a while.
We are trying to, we are in that moving mode again. We're in that, he has sucked us back into that moving mode thing. And as we said in the last video, Tucson is not going to work. What?
So if you've got anything out there that somebody is blaming you for, just dump it on me, because I am responsible for everything from the Lincoln assassination to the Kennedy assassination to you name it. It's my fault.
He digressed. So anyway, we were kind of sucked into that this morning during long coffee, and it gets you agitated. I got agitated. He's trying to calm me down, and I'm crying. I know I don't cry, but I cry pretty good when I need to. And you get into this place where you suddenly feel like you are in a straitjacket. What is it?
Nothing.
What do you want to say?
I don't want to say anything. I'd only get in trouble.
Go ahead. Speak your mind.
No.
Speak your mind.
I have no mind. I spoke my mind on my new channel, The Director's Cut.
Which there is a link for down below.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is terribly hard when you get to be this age. And you start going through all these hoops, thinking of, do you want to live in this place until you drop dead? We don't like what's going on with our condo, which, the complex we live in, so that puts even more pressure on you. You don't want, what? Okay.
Plus the fact that between my knees and my back, I'm having increasing problems getting up and down stairs. And we don't have any choice if I don't want to sleep in the hallway or the basement. So, it'd be nice to be on one level.
And so that we discussed that. The fact that, he's got terrible back problems, ankle problems, and knee problems. And that's just a fact of life. And I don't travel well because I have such a horrible degenerative disc problem in my back. And
not to mention you don't fly.
Oh, and I don't fly. So, you just, some days, as baby boomers, this stuff just comes crashing down on you. And this has been a day, wouldn't you say?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
It could be worse. It could be. And I said to him, I know I want to sit here and I want to count my blessings. I got to get that camera there. I do. I count my blessings for absolutely everything. I mean, right down to the fact we have homeowners and car insurance, which some people can't afford. And it gripes me that I get into this place where I'm like, what?
What?
I thought you wanted to say something.
No.
Well, how am I doing?
Sounds like a rant,
Well, it is a rant.
but it beats you crying.
Well, I think probably. I could be wrong. There's a lot of people who maybe feel this way, and I'll find out when I see all the thumbs down that come through on this video.
I'll bet there's a lot of people out there facing the same thing that we are.
Yes.
They'd like to live somewhere smaller, less crowded, that's safe, has affordable housing, and I don't know.
Well, that's a pretty good swath of things.
And excellent medical care.
Oh, yeah.
And trying to find those places are it's a major challenge.
Yeah. So there's your baby boomer update. And he's taking me to lunch. Like, that's the last thing we needed to do is go to lunch. But guess what? We're going to lunch.
And there will be alcohol involved.
There will be, but I'll be the designated driver. No, I won't. He said, well, I'm going to drink. Drinks one beer and he falls asleep.
I'm not much of a drinker. I enjoy it, but I just can't do it. It just makes me feel poorly. That's all.
Anyway, that's about it. Just checking in. I thought you might like to see my new hat. This is a Costco hat. Cost me $10.99. That's $11 in my world. $11 for this Sedona sun hat. It's UV treated or something. I'm not sure, but I thought it was kind of cute.
It is.
Can you put yours on? I don't
Sure,
think.
I'll put mine on.
And I'm having sinus hay fever issues.
Mine is a $120 hat from San Francisco, but I bought it on sale.
So as we're getting in the car to take off, the lady who she's kind of the liaison for the homeowners association, comes up to the director. He's getting ready to get in the car, and she says, we just planted that dogwood tree, which they did this last winter, really, I guess early spring, whatever. And she said, I'm concerned that the flowers dropped off it so quickly. I was as well. I said, this kind of seems weird. She said, I don't think the sprinkler system is hitting the dogwood. Would you happen to mind putting a bucket of water on it to make sure it's getting enough water? And of course, I'm happy to do that, but I'm thinking, am I going to have to water this tree now? Buckets of water?
Oh, well. Life is full of challenges.
All right, everybody. Thanks a lot for putting up with it.
We are very happy. We're very blessed.
We are.
But,
Some days.
sometimes you just have those kind of days. And today is one of them.
He said a mouthful. Well, we love y'all. Tell them you love them all.
We do. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for watching us on the good days and the not so good days, like today.
All right, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. We will see. What were you going to say?
And
oh, he's going to say something.
Remember, give us lots of thumbs down for today because we deserve it.
Don't tell him to do that, but
Well,
we deserve it.
Yeah.
We do. We deserve it. All right, everybody. See you later. Bye-bye.